today. The old draw knife, Bay State draw knife with the, well, yeah, going price on that is about 50 cents. Slightly abused. Looks like someone persuaded it with a hammer a couple of times. That's not a problem, but that could be a problem there, since that's on the slidey side. Handles are a little loose. Let's figure out what we're working with here. How big is this thing? Pretty small. I think it's like about an 8-incher. Yeah, it's an 8-inch. Bay State. Handles outside around 14 inches. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot with this. I'm going to hit it with the wire wheel right now. I mean, there's like, she's dusty. Handles are a little loose. Let's tap that with a hammer real quick and just see if will that tighten up. We'll get the what is this thing here? The 2.5 pound sledge with the the 16-inch handle on it. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, that's helping. Said no man ever. They ain't doing shit. That actually might be. So that may actually be like the forged handle may go clear up in there. So I may have to actually give that a little bit of a. Oh yeah, there we go. Tighten it up a little bit. One of the handles does have a small crack in it. I'm thinking about right there. I'm thinking about throwing some wood glue in that because I can squeeze it and close it up. So I may throw some wood glue in that and tighten her up a little tiny bit. Not too bad. Let's wire wheel this thing real quick. We'll start with these things here. I wonder what that's made out of. It might be brass. No. I'm not sure if this is going to clean it up good enough. I mean, we're not doing a full restore here, kids. We're just seeing if we can. Yeah, that might need to soak in something for a little bit. Let's see if we can get the blade. See if we can get that to shine. Yeah, it's coming up a little bit. Blade's not too bad. Looks like it's got a little bit of an uneven file. It's definitely a used item. Like, amazingly, it's fairly sharp right now. I mean, that's kind of crazy. This came into my possession a couple days ago, so I watched a few YouTube videos of people doing restorations. I've seen some terrible stuff. Like filing the edge. No, I don't think you file the edge of these because the way these knives, from what I understand, are supposed to work, it's supposed to be a flat ground on the back. So it should be flat. That's why this is a problem. I will probably have to take that out, I think, because that would catch as you're pulling. I might leave it. But this side is supposed to roll. And then the way that I saw the proper way to sharpen one of these is with a whetstone. The guy recommended that you color the whole thing in with a black marker, and then you start rolling. I guess he did circles. And you do this edge first here, and you start working around, and then you kind of get down, and you listen to the sound. You don't want it cutting hard into the blade. I got a little damage here, it looks like. Yeah, let's do this a little more. What the hell? I mean, you came for the wire wheel work, right? Try saying that twice. The wire wheel work. Professional wire wheel worker here. Wowie wee wow. He's working the wire wheel. Next thing you know, I'm going to be selling seashells down by the seashore. I mean, that hammering on there just makes me think that this is a tool that's it needs to be brought back into the arsenal. If someone loved this tool enough to beat it with a hammer, it means he was getting something done, right? And being sharp enough wasn't the answer. What would you? Are they splitting firewood with the thing? And that's been. It's kind of crazy how much it's deformed. I have an axe that's been. What was the story on the axe? Someone tore a whole driveway out with the backside of the axe. That thing is a little deformed. Let's see if we can bring that out there. Yeah. It's like got the good kind of rust. You know, the rust that stops it from rusting more. You know about that kind of rust? You just kind of polish that rust in, and then it just stays like a burnished black rust. I like it. And you put a little oil coat over, call it a day. It's like having the perfect amount of dents. See if we can clean these things up a little bit. Don't want to go into the wood handle too much there. I really like the old steel because the old steel does take rust better. I'm not a scientist, but like, you ever see like an old rusty car where the metal's just rusty? It's not missing? Like, there's something to it. Something about old steel, I like it. That's what you chalk it up to. They don't make steel like they used to, right? And it's got like a, I don't know if that's like mill scale from the original. Like, I think these are forged somehow. I know they put, it's two different steels. Like if you get them cleaned up, you're supposed to be able to see the line between the carbon steel and the forged steel, I think. Does that even make sense what I just said there? Yeah, I mean, it's cleaning up a little bit. Not super great. Let's see if I can get in here. There's not anything I shouldn't be doing. It's not really a great position. Trying to avoid that wood handle. If I get half of it, I should be able to get the other half, right? Law of averages and such. Let's try it that way. It's riveting YouTube content here. I got a little bit, there's a little bit of the old surface texture there, but the blade part's pretty smooth. I mean, that's, in theory, you want this thing razor sharp. All hand tools that are calorie powered, you want razor sharp. That's why there's a hammering back here, because the person who owned this before me didn't sharpen it to razor, and to make it cut like a razor, they employed hammer power. I do believe I am going to be taking that down. Let's see how hard this is to file. This may make people cringe a little bit. Let me get a large file out. 1 second. Get a bigger file. I don't want to try to attempt that with a small little 8 file. Oh, please. There's my file drawer. Come back with this. I don't even have a handle on this thing, so this is going to be like super sketch mode. Use the old rag handle. What do we got here for a file? This is a Mill Bastard Nicholson USA. Bought off a dude who had the biggest. The guy had the largest box of files I've ever seen in my life. I was like, "Can I buy some of those files off you?" He's like, "Yeah, he only wanted one." Yeah, that's how sharp it was. I just grabbed it by the blade. Well, I think I'm gonna be able to get that edge off there. I will leave the front alone. I'm not going to mess with that side because that's not going to affect the cut at all. And honestly, that probably wouldn't affect much. It's just I know it's not supposed to be there, so we are going to attempt the, let me back this up a little bit. You can scream in the comment that I'm doing it wrong and I'm stupid. If you want. Okay. I might be doing it wrong, but I'm doing it. I mean, at least I'm not putting an angle grinder to it, right? I should probably find a better place. Let me see. What do I got for... shot press works. I tested it out. Using the old thumb clamp. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, when you just use your thumb to clamp something down. And making sure to keep the air compressor just barely out of the reach of the file when you make your stroke. Oh yeah, that's cleaning up nice. Well, still there. Oops, let me see if I can get it in a better light. Still got a little bit of a lip to that. Yeah. It cuts a little bit, even if it's current condition. I mean, 12 minutes. We're borderlining on ridiculous here, kids. That definitely needs lubed. There's no bearings in that. This essentially would be the equivalent of one of my live streams. I just streamed breakfast. I didn't feel like doing 2 live streams in a row because at some point you look like you've got a mental condition. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to leave it like that. See how that burnishes out to like a dark black? I don't know what you'd call that. An oxidized burnished surface? Like, I swear to God, this black oxidized surface, you put a little oil on that. She's good to go. That'll be fine right there. See, that's the look I'm going for. I mean, a full strip, I don't think it's necessary. I honestly don't. This back here, I will work that because I don't want that. That'll get taken out with the what do you call it? The whetstone. I might make another video when I sharpen this thing out, but I think I'm probably about done with this particular video here, just because, I mean, how much more can I do? That doesn't involve a whole other process. It's coming out. Well, there you go. There's 14 minutes of the Bay State, whatever, dude. Fun times. Stay safe.